got out my wedding dress, and I know it's not gonna fit because of obvious pregnancy reasons, but around our anniversary I like to either put it on or look at it, and I didn't on our anniversary because I was sick, but since I'm getting it out anyways, I want to show you because there's a really neat story behind it, so I'm gonna get it out. Isn't she beautiful? I mean, look at that. Look at that detail. Okay, my camera battery is blinking, so this is kind of terrifying. So I wanted to share with you the story behind my wedding dress because I have never told it before. I love my wedding dress because it's, you know, I think it's beautiful. I felt beautiful in it, and also because someone that I love very, very much had so much to do with making it the dress that it is. The story goes, my grandmother, who I'm named after, her name is also Margaret. She is a professional seamstress. She works absolute magic on the sewing machine. We had the idea for her to make my wedding dress, and I was really, really excited to just go like try on wedding dresses and see what styles I liked, what I didn't like, so we could kind of narrow it down so that we could figure out what style dress she should make, and which just like blew my mind. Like, my grandmother was going to make my wedding dress. Like, that's insanely special. So we go to this high-end dress place, and I'm looking at the sale rack, and there's this dress. This one, 12 sizes too big, not exactly what I wanted. It's 12 sizes, that's a significant amount to take in a dress. First dress I put on, I loved it, but I tried on all the other ones, of course, and then we find out it is like not just on sale, it's on like super sale. So that's obviously kind of my style. It's like, oh my gosh, like it's really on sale. It was a designer dress. My grandmother, she was there, and she was like, just get the dress and we'll make it what you want. So we got the dress, 12 sizes too big, and she took that dress, this dress, and according to her, she ripped it into about 1 million pieces. And she took each individual piece, each individual layer, and altered it so beautifully, and literally took it completely apart and put it back together with the changes that I wanted. It's just so special to me that, yes, we bought the dress, but in reality, we made her job a lot harder. The way that this dress is built meant that you couldn't just do 2 seams up the side and just like zoop, like take it in. Like, she took this dress apart piece by piece and very carefully trimmed it, cut it, whatever she did, worked her magic and put it all, sewed it all back together with love. And so that is why I say that my grandmother made my dress. Some people were kind of confused because I posted, I bought my wedding dress today, and then I was saying that my grandmother made it. So that's the story behind my wedding dress, and I love reminiscing on it around, of course, around our anniversary, but like all the time. The closet that I keep it in, every time I see it, it just brings a huge smile to my face that, like, that was such an incredible labor of love that she would take that dress and make it exactly what I wanted. So I thought that was kind of cool. It was important to me to have a little bit more of a poofy dress because I cannot dance, and I am so self-conscious if people can see like my moves, you know? And so I knew I was just going to be self-conscious on my wedding day about my dance moves if I didn't have somewhat of a poofy dress. And so we got the perfect prairie dress, poofy dress feel, and I wore it with my cowgirl boots. I originally did not want a veil. Our ceremony was outside, and I was like, no, I don't really want a veil. I just want the dress and like have a hairdo. But then we just made this simple one with the clip and some tulle, and it was just the perfect accessory to go with my wedding dress. I have always just been enamored with my wedding dress, the story behind it, the way that it looks. I also just love that it started out with it just being like super duper on sale. It's a pretty me thing to do. There's just so much about our wedding that I love reminiscing on, but the story behind my dress definitely takes the cake. It tops all. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. This week we celebrated 3 years of marriage. We made a special dinner at home. We grilled. We have a date scheduled for the end of this month to celebrate birthday, anniversary, kind of all together. So we didn't go out on our anniversary, but we wanted a special dinner, so we grilled, and it was just a nice dinner shared with the child. As soon as dinner was over, the stomach bug hit. This stomach bug hit me first. Once I started vomiting, it did not stop. I got so dehydrated, it was causing like contraction. I talked to my midwife, and we decided it would be best to go to the hospital and get some IV fluids. We did that. The contractions stopped. I was there for just the day and came home, and Oliver got sick that day. Lucy had gotten sick that morning. So we all went through the stomach bug. It has taken me a while to feel even remotely normal. Since we've started feeling better, I am in full-on catch-up mode. I didn't go into these weeks feeling caught up or on top of things on any level. I guess it's just third trimester exhaustion. Like, there's always something that needs to be done. There's always things on the list that I just can't get to in the day. I'm trying really hard to step on that and change it, but this third trimester's taking it out of me. And so it's really had me, as I'm getting back into my normal daily routines, it's had me really checking my heart when it comes to homemaking. I never want to allow myself to grow bitter towards my God-given calling and job as a mom, a wife, and homemaker. And it is truly a privilege and a gift to get to stay home with our baby and to take care of our home and to run our home like it's a business. So I've just been trying to remind myself of how much of a gift this truly is to be a mom and to be a wife and to be the one that gets to be the gatekeeper of our home, to get to be the one that elevates my husband. In Psalm 113, starting in verse 4, it says, "The Lord is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like the Lord our God, who is seated on high, who looks far down on the heavens and the earth? He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the ash heap, to make them sit with princes, with the princes of his people. He gives the barren woman a home, making her the joyous mother of children." Praise the Lord. And it's just the last part of that verse, or of that passage, that has really stood out to me, where he doesn't just say the mother of children. He says the joyous mother of children. And that alone has been, that little line, the joyous mother of children, has just been really convicting to my heart. Just wanting to make that true of me and of our home, that I would be a joyful mother of my children. I think when it comes down to the heart of homemaking, you need to determine what your goals are. It's really important, especially if you're feeling down or discouraged or insecure about your job as a homemaker and a wife and a mom, that you really, I think it's important to dig down to the root of why you chose what you choose daily, if that makes sense. Determining those goals can help you stay motivated and help you find purpose in your work. For me, the personal goals of my home are that it would be an inviting environment. It would be welcoming of rest and creativity, uplifting and and spark joy inside of our hearts first and then our guests' hearts. It's really easy to fall into believing the lie that being a homemaker is less than. To feel validated as a mother and a homemaker can prove to be challenging, especially whenever maybe you're going through a hard time with your toddler. Maybe the kid's teething a lot and they're just fussy and you're like, ugh, can I just have a break? But I think we tend to lose sight of the fact that the very thing that we're struggling to see as important. If you read Titus 2, it very clearly has homemaking on the list. And so if it's on the list of important things for a woman to do, then we need to caution ourselves to embrace that call, to call out the lies that we're believing, to squash the doubt that we have, and to cultivate an atmosphere of prayer in our home. Homemaking is so much more than housekeeping. To have a clean space, I think it's really important. I value those things. I do those things. But it's so much more than that. It's cultivating the environment. You don't cultivate an environment of joy on accident. You don't cultivate an environment of rest and intentionality on accident. Those are conscious choices that are made through the day, through not just one day. You don't create that in one day. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency, and it's work. I see homemaking as more of an act of stewardship. God has given us, He's been so generous to us. Everything that we have is a gift from God, and it is to be stewarded. But anyways, off my soapbox here. All that to say, I am trying to get back into a bit of a routine here after being sick and thrown for a few loops. I'm trying to be really intentional to choose the joy and to invite joy into our home. All of that is stuff I've been telling myself. Maybe I'm the only stay-at-home mom that struggles in those areas. I highly doubt it, so if my ramblings today are of any encouragement to you, then that makes me happy. So we're about to head to my midwife appointment, and Lucy just woke up, so she's gonna eat some lunch. It's so simple. It's just leftover turkey, green beans, and some fairly healthy carrot cake that I made for Easter, so hopefully that will satisfy her tummy enough to get us through the midwife appointment without excess boredom. Hopefully we'll make it through seamlessly today. Hopefully. We will see. She has been obsessed with her Easter dress. What's you wearing? What are you wearing? All of her plates, spoons, forks, cups, things like that go in this little drawer over here so she can reach into it, and that's kind of like how she lets me know when she wants to eat, what she wants to eat. But the last couple days she's just been playing in it. Honestly, it's all her stuff, so I don't mind. She always picks it back up too. She plays with it and then she'll put it all back, but we're gonna clean this up and then she can have her lunch. I ordered a rug shampooer, and this is it. I'm so excited. When you have an indoor dog and a toddler, these things become a necessity. Oh, there's another box inside. The price that we would pay to get one of our rugs shampooed, we could get a shampooer. Yeah, it's a little bit more work to shampoo your own rug, but to have this tool and be able to clean our rugs whenever we need to, honestly seems way more luxurious than having someone else clean them and it like break the bank. So I got the Hoover Power Scrub Carpet Washer. I ordered it off Amazon. I will link it below. Now I can clean up all the coffee spills. We had an IKEA marker explode all over the carpet and the stain is really driving me crazy. So I'm hoping this will help get it out. Are you having a good lunch? Yeah? Good. I'm so glad. I probably shouldn't be doing this since we're about to leave. It's fine. Ooh, this is the couch one because judge me if you must, my dog sleeps on the couch. Okay. Ugh. Rinse and wash. Then what the heck's that for? Thought this whole thing was a rinse and wash process. I'm gonna have to read the instructions on this one. It's the next day. Good morning. Everything at the Midwife went great. I just didn't pick up the camera. Baby looks good. Mama looks good. No. Lucy and I. No, yes we do. Uh-huh. We're finishing off the carrot cake. Because it's so good. Mmm. So good. Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself? Yes. Is that Lucy? Mm-hmm. I haven't shown you guys a garden update in a while because it took us forever to finish putting them together. So I wanted to show you because I'm really, really proud of it. We have 3 beds and then 3 like buckets, I guess. In this bed, this has been through a lot. We had some animal that was coming in and eating all the leaves. It was not Harvey, but we put a fence up and that has helped. But one of our little squashes died. This one's trying so hard to come back. So these are supposed to be yellow squash and that's basil. These are trying really hard to come back. Yeah, that's zucchini. And then we have 4 zucchinis here and mint. So I'm really proud of this one. She's tried really hard to come back from the violence she endured. This was all from seed. These are green beans. These also went through a hard time. So they're getting their leaves back and it's kind of hard to tell, but there's like little green onions sprouting in rows. My beets on this side, I don't know, they're having a rough time. You can see a couple of them. There's like some right here, some back there. And this is more green beans. So these will grow up the fence. This is the latest one that we planted and we still need to put a fence around it. So again, there's green beans here, but they're missing their leaves because the animal's back. And then all this is cucumbers. I'm hoping to make some pickles, so we'll see if we get enough. Green beans again, and then we have carrots that are trying to come through. They were planted late, so we'll see. And then over here we just have 4 Brussels sprouts. So we've got some here, some there, and back there. This bucket is potatoes. And then over here was 5 as well. We've got a few more sprouts that are coming up. These 2 look awesome. Super excited about this one. And then these are our onions that I hope they're doing well.
I guess we'll find out eventually.
I grew up having a garden, but I've never had a super successful one on my own. So I'm really hoping to get something out of these gardens. I've been trying really hard to take care of them. Also, our yard was really struggling in some areas, just like a lot of dead grass. Harvey dug some holes. So whenever we were putting the beds in, we cut out the sod. There was really good sod there. We cut it out and transplanted it to some other areas of the yard. And now, I know! Do you love the onions and potatoes? We transplanted the grass. I've been watering it and it's actually starting to grow into the rest of the yard. So I'm really excited. Hopefully this summer we can bring our yard back to life. Hopefully. This whole area was dead grass. Looked like that. But I transplanted, it's growing out, I'm very excited. Still need to paint our fence. Believe it or not, it's been almost 2 years. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.